It's super thin and the material does not interfere with wireless charging. So presumably that magnet should function through there as well, but I'll test it out once the final product arrives. There's another charger as well. It was a dual charger capable of charging one of these new devices as well as the old ones. This is still Qi compatible. So if you don't have the magnet, you can still use these chargers. But then on the other side, it's also going to have a spot for the Apple Watch. So you can keep your watch charged and your phone charged at the same time. Now, I should talk about pricing as well. I only have 3 versions of the upcoming models. So I am missing the standard iPhone 12, which would fit right here size-wise. This is the Pro model you see with the triple camera setup over there, but it's also 6.1 inches. So the way this is going to break down price-wise, $699 for the iPhone 12 mini. The regular iPhone 12 would be $799. Then you would jump to $999. These, of course, are U.S. prices for the iPhone 12 Pro. And then Pro Max model, the most capable model of the bunch, if you're okay with the scale of it, that's going to start at $1099. So yes, they're premium devices. However, from a performance standpoint, I have no doubt that these are going to be very fast performers, if not the fastest. Apple has been doing some amazing things with their silicon inside of these devices for a while now, and they just continue to sort of push the industry from a performance standpoint. I mean, that's not really up for discussion. They showed off some gaming experiences. They showed off a special League of Legends game, and so you kind of, I mean, in that area, you get what you pay for. You're going to pay a little more for performance like that. So you pair it all together with the 5G, the high-performance chip, and then what they're doing in the camera area as well. They spent actually a surprising amount of time talking about the Dolby HDR capability of the camera for video inside the body with no post-processing. So they're doing some firsts inside of the camera as well. A lot more with the neural engine and the whole computational photography as you would expect. This is something we're going to get to experiment with sometime soon, but we're likely to see an improvement over the previous version on all these models, but in the greatest sense with the Pro Max, which has the bigger sensor. Oh, the other cool thing they mentioned as well was the moving sensor. So the rather than having the image stabilization inside of the lens, it's on the sensor itself, which gives them more capability to improve high frequency and low frequency shakes, hands, things like this. So the other thing that's a bit curious that I saw mentioned was around the glass. Now, of course, these are just models, so these do not feature it, but Apple is claiming to have the strongest glass on a smartphone, which for a long time, that was going to be a product from Corning, Gorilla Glass, and whatever the latest version of that was. But Apple, in their presentation, they spent some serious time talking about this ceramic coating, which was tremendously difficult to engineer. And they say they have a lot more drop protection now because of this coating. Once again, I'm sure this is going to be tested pretty extensively once those devices ship. But it is kind of a cool development. Of course, these are very fragile devices, and anything that these companies can do to make them somewhat more durable is interesting. Okay, so what about my thoughts? Well, this is tough because